Hi guys, welcome back to Inno Thinks. How are you all doing? Now you might be wondering, what film have I brought for you today? I've brought you a fantastic movie. Ginger Snaps Back, The Beginning, released in 2004. And who wouldn't love a supernatural vampire film like this? It's a fan favorite because the story feels like it could have truly happened during that time. This film follows the journey of an older sister and her younger sibling who suddenly get lost in a deep forest. After wandering far, they stumble upon what looks like a fort, but it's heavily guarded. Why? Because terrifying creatures roam the area and attack the place at night. In the middle of all this, a character named Cho gets separated and ends up staying with his sister and brother-in-law. What kind of trouble does that bring? And how do they all manage to escape from that place in the end? That's the story this thrilling film tells. So without wasting any more time, let's jump right into it. But before we begin, don't forget to leave a like. The opening scene shows a beautiful older sister and her younger sister. The two of them ride their horses into the forest for an unknown reason. Since it's winter, the entire landscape is blanketed in snow. Even the horse struggles to walk properly in the cold, trudging slowly. Eventually, the horse refuses to move forward. Frustrated, the sisters wonder what's wrong with this horse. Why isn't it listening? Deciding they had no choice, they get off and start walking on foot. They tie the reins and begin their journey into the thick, snow-covered forest as they move further. They notice several strange symbols, objects hanging from trees, perhaps left behind by deer hunters or a ritual of some kind. The area gives off an eerie, unknown vibe. They continue walking cautiously, unsure of where they've ended up. They come across a blood-stained tent. Creepy, right? If you were already feeling uneasy, it's about to get worse. Turning around, they find a mysterious woman standing nearby, a magical-looking lady. She seems to be muttering odd things. "Don't know why you two have come here," she says, "but you must leave immediately." Then, she gives each of them a magical amulet, like a necklace made of leather. The sisters wear them as instructed. Just as the mysterious woman is about to reveal their future, a loud neigh breaks the moment. Their horse had suddenly returned. But before the sisters could understand what was happening, the horse bolted again, galloping into the distance. The two panic and run after it, shouting, "Oh no, the horse is getting away. We'll have to walk all the way back now." But of course, it's impossible to catch a fleeing horse. It disappears into the woods. As they sigh in defeat and prepare to continue on foot, the younger sister accidentally steps into a hidden trap, one set right where she was standing. She gets stuck, screaming in pain, while her older sister rushes to help her, unsure of what to do. They try to free the younger sister from the trap as quickly as possible. But it's tightly secured and won't open. "Wait here," the older sister says. "I'll go get that magical woman." She quickly runs off to look for her. But instead of finding the woman, a strange sound echoes like a wolf howling in the distance. Realizing her sister is alone, she rushes back in fear as she returns. She sees a terrifying sight. A wolf is standing right in front of her younger sister, growling aggressively. The younger sister is frozen with fear. But just then, someone else appears, a man who looks like a hunter. He walks cautiously toward the girl, watching her closely. Fearing he might attack, the older sister jumps in from behind to defend her sibling. But the hunter is no ordinary man. He quickly pulls out a slingshot and fires, stopping the older sister and silencing her with swift action. Then, without a word, he begins to approach the younger sister again. As Cho watches all of this unfold, he finally steps in and releases the trap from her leg. The sisters are frightened, especially because Cho, who seemed like a good man, is now acting strangely and silently. Though the trap is opened, the younger sister is injured. Cho applies some medicine to her wound, still without saying a word. After that, he calmly picks up his slingshot, frees the sister, and then takes the wolf with him as he walks away. The two girls just stare at the hunter, unsure of what to think or do. He walks ahead. "Okay, this might be our only chance." They whisper to each other, "Let's follow him. If he can escape this jungle, maybe we can too." So they quietly follow behind him eventually. The hunter brings them to a place that looks like a guarded fort or a small, isolated community. It's clear that this place is protected like a military base, with guards watching every direction. As they approach, the sisters and their brother-in-law feel uneasy. Their fear grows when they notice a silver symbol hanging near the entrance, and a series of traps scattered around, covered in blood. All of it suggests something terrifying has tried to break in before. Just then, the hunter knocks on the door. A man wearing a hat answers. The hunter enters with the sisters. It's obvious now that one of the girls, the younger one, can't walk properly because of her injury. They move slowly, holding hands, taking in the surroundings inside the fort. They see rows of graves, which only adds to their unease. Suddenly, a priest spots them and looks surprised. Soon after, a man named James arrives. He speaks arrogantly and quickly orders the two newcomers to be taken inside. But the man in the hat resists. "No outsiders are allowed here," shouts angrily. He's clearly threatening to throw them out, or worse. Soon, a man who appears to be the leader of the village arrives. As James tries to calm him down and asks the newcomers to leave, The sisters show the leader the injury on the younger one's leg. The leader realizes they've come here by mistake. "Don't worry," he says kindly. "You're safe now. I'll take responsibility for you both." He offers them a place to stay for a few days. Later, the village doctor examines the sister's injured leg and begins treating it. The leader then invites them to join him for dinner that night. He even says they'll be staying at his home temporarily after he leaves. The girls head to the doctor's place, but the atmosphere is tense and confusing. They wonder what's really going on in this village. However, the doctor silently walks away upon seeing them. Moments later, a man wearing glasses arrives and offers to take them to their room. He brings them to a house. Turns out to be the leader's home. The place has several old paintings, which the sisters look at nervously. Eventually, they're shown to their room. From the look of it, it seems to have belonged to the leader's son, who is no longer alive. How he died remains unknown. They are also given a couple of dresses to change into. Apparently, these belong to the leader's wife, who's also no longer alive. The sisters know nothing about what kind of people they were. The man in glasses simply says, "Everything's ready, you're all set for dinner," and then leaves. Later, at the dinner table, the mood seems lighthearted, just people eating together. After the priest finishes preparing the bread, everyone begins their meal. But during the meal, the doctor remarks that the food has grown dull and tasteless. "We need to make our next decision quickly," he warns. "If not, we'll be forced to leave this place with our entire families." While that conversation is happening, the hunter arrives carrying a wolf's bone, perhaps as proof of his usefulness. The arrogant man from earlier doesn't like him at all. He blames the hunter for bringing the two sisters to the village and insists that he should be thrown out. He's just a burden, he says. This angers the hunter, and a heated argument breaks out between them. Eventually, the hunter pulls out a knife and holds it to the arrogant man's neck. "It's my choice when I leave," he says fiercely. "I'm not following your orders." At that moment, the village leader walks in and demands to know what's going on. He steps in and calms the situation. Just then, a terrifying scream echoes through the area. Everyone, including the sisters and their brother-in-law, freezes in fear. The priest soon appears. He's the one who takes the sisters and their brother and quietly leads them back to their room for safety. When the priest returns, he says, "Look here. Many demons have come and destroyed this place. Just stay safe inside your room." Steps in, warns them not to go outside under any circumstances, and then leaves. The two sisters, full of fear, decide to rest anyway, thinking, "Okay, let's leave this place soon." While sleeping, the older sister has a terrible nightmare, something violent and disturbing. The dream involves her younger sister, and it feels cruel and intense. Startled, she wakes up and says, "Let's drink some water," then slowly leaves the room. While quietly searching the kitchen, she notices another room. Inside, she sees a little boy sitting all alone. Curious, she asks, "What kind of room is this? Who is this boy, and why is he just sitting there like that?" She gently approaches him, touches his shoulder, and asks, "Who are you?" But the moment he turns around, his face is horrifying to look at. Shocked, the sister screams and hits him. But no matter what she does, the little boy attacks her. He even bites her. The next morning, the older sister is seen packing all their belongings. There's blood on her shoulder, confirming that the little boy had indeed bitten her. She wakes up her younger sister urgently and says they need to leave immediately. The two of them quickly make their way to the main door. As soon as they reach the entrance, there's a loud shout, "Sa Busara!" The arrogant man appears furious. "I know who you are. I know what filth you've brought in here. You let that devil inside?" Yells angrily, accusing them and demanding the truth. Ready to defend themselves, the older sister prepares to fight. But just then, her younger sister appears behind her, raising her fist in warning. Trying to calm the tension, the older sister says, Okay, we can talk this out." Suddenly, a terrifying sound is heard from outside. It's a scary creature approaching. Everyone panics. The arrogant man begins shouting, "Close the doors quickly." People rush in, trying to shut everything and block the noise, but it's too late. A monstrous creature breaks in and brutally attacks him. Seeing this unfold, the two sisters are frozen in fear. As they stand stunned, the priest arrives and yells, "Why did you come outside?" "Be quiet, Satan has entered." Quickly locks them inside a room for their safety. But unfortunately, he didn't realize that a creature was already inside with them. This creature appears to be a werewolf. He begins attacking them viciously. The sisters cry and run around, terrified and helpless. They manage to escape into another room, trying to hide. The situation is desperate and they're doing everything they can just to survive, so they are also trying to attack with the axe they have in their hands. Then suddenly, an arrow comes and pierces the creature. Whoever saved them, it's our hunter. So, they just narrowly escape. Then the two of them come back down, whatever they say to the leader outside. They say, "This priest is the one who locked us in that room." Just as they are saying that, the gatekeeper comes running and says that there are a lot of demons coming and going. He says, Quickly get your gun and get ready. He looks at the sister and brother and says, you guys go to the safe room. And he gets ready to fight there too. So here the hunter is the one looking after them. Ivan is starting to get a little suspicious of these people. It looks like they were bitten too. When Cho returns to the room, they look at her wound. He sees a lot of blood coming out. It's bleeding badly. Not only that, but her nose has also started bleeding. They are so scared. Well, I'm afraid of what's going to happen, or if it's going to be a big problem. Suddenly, there are many bullet sounds. It's like the leader's gang is fighting demons all suited up. After that night, the next day, this sister is shocked. When she opens her eyes, she doesn't see her sister. Oh, where did my sister go? She wonders and searches for her. She meets the hunter at that very place. It seems the hunter came and found this sister. When Cho looks at her shoulder, he sees a wound there, so whatever he does, he just applies medicine on it, but he doesn't do anything else. She immediately kisses the hunter no matter what he did. When Cho kisses the hunter back, she starts seeing many visions of this girl flashing in and out. Dukunu blinks. It seems like this is also a dream, so my sister is lying next to me. It's not only that, there's a lot of blood on her. Seeing this, my sister got scared and said, okay, there's a doctor here. Let's ask him about this, because if it stays like this, something might happen to you. So, they leave to meet the doctor. While going to the doctor's house, they see people dragging a monster-like creature into a house. It is massive and size-scary for a human to look at. Seeing all this, they are scared and go straight to the doctor's house, thinking, is this what demon is doing? The glassblower is already at the doctor's house. So he comes and says, isn't this card bug here? While they're cutting it and doing something, the doctor is examining it. What are you doing? Your mouth is all bloody. Did you get bitten by that monster in the fight yesterday? Tell the truth. That's why he's afraid. Immediately, the doctor says, put that big stick in your heart. When they hear what he says, she just bites him and starts growing bigger and bigger. So this guy who saw this confirms that Tit was real. Just one shot is all it takes. His head is spinning, so the sister and brother are watching all this. Wait, if we only told this person about this, our story would be over. Without saying anything, they quietly escape from there. Cho has gone back to their room. It's only when they're gone that they see this demon monster full on. Looks like a human size, doesn't it? What the doctor was saying to the dwarf who was there was that if these creatures bite humans, they too would turn into similar creatures in a few days. So you shouldn't leave all this behind. We have to take everything we see.
We're talking about
like that. So my sister and I are scared of all this. If you look closely, they've arrived at their room. That's when my sister said, I went to a room like this one night to drink water. There they found a small boy being held captive. Think, he'll come and be this leader's son. So, he's the one who's been feeding him all the food. So, what did he bite? When I'm afraid that if that happens, I'll turn into the same creature. The sister comes and comforts me. Similarly, if you look at this side of the leader, it seems like what this sister said is true. That's his boy. He will come to that room and offer to give me food. I saw that the door had opened, so he's starting to get suspicious, as if someone has left it open. In the next scene, the gatekeeper is there, talking to our heroine. What he was saying was that if a creature like this bit someone, and they killed those bitten before the full moon, there would be no problem. There is no danger for her here, because didn't that creature come and bite her too? But stay calm. Meanwhile, a kind of cemetery has been prepared there for those who have recently died, and prayers are being held for it. So all the people living in the port here are dead because of this demon attack. If you cut it, in the next scene, the sister is lying. Down she can't do it. Just when I'm busy doing something, suddenly Jeffrey appears and kisses me. That's the leader's son. So, when you saw him, you were like, what the hell did you do? And your sister went away. But then he gets scared and leaves. So is it true? Or false that she saw him now? That's why I don't understand anything. Besides, all these demons out there, maybe they brought some of this stuff and burned it all in one go. What the gatekeeper does is cut off the head of a creature and stick it on a pole outside, because that's when the other creature is afraid of coming. It's time to cut it now. Today it is reflected in the sky, as beautiful as a full moon. Here he checks to see how his sister's injury is. If you look, it's a little bit healed. The problem is that a lot of hair is starting to grow in that area. Okay, let's go to our kitchen and prepare something. Just as my sister was leaving, this leader arrived in the kitchen. He comes and says, your sister came and exposed my son outside, and gives her this sister's necklace, but nothing can blame them. So how is all this? Is this side sister sleeping in her room, or not? At that time, the little boy was there. Came to her bed, climbed on top, and stood there. He blinks in fear. As soon as he closed his eyes and screamed, the little boy Jeffrey ran away in fear. When his sister came in and asked him what was wrong, he said that she was fine. At the same time, that side guard is just having sex. He was in his room when he heard a noise. Got scared, thinking, what's this noise? It's another full moon today. He came over to his room and opened the door. He saw that little boy. He jumped up from inside and attacked him brutally. So it's been a while. They start looking for another guard, hoping to find him. It was while searching that the guard was found dead. That's why that little boy must have attacked a while ago, right? So this is him. If you look closely, you'll see some hair lying there as if someone killed him. Whose hair is that? Belongs to our sister. I had a lot of respect for him. Must have done it that way. So what would he do if this arrogant man got caught? He would gather a few people and send them to his henchmen. This Sister Ron capture our sister-in-law, I know. You two are very bad people. Your sister is being affected. There will be many rituals performed on her in a short time. She was threatening to kill him, so a barber saw all this and quickly went to the chief and told him about it. So, the next second, the leader arrives at the scene and starts threatening the arrogant man at gunpoint. He and all the others immediately start complaining that they are the ones who are doing everything, but it is this sister and brother who are doing everything. They immediately took their sister to the doctor's place and told her to take care of them. Immediately, the two of them quickly went to the doctor's office. This doctor, Aka's sister, seemed to have performed some rituals. Seeing this, the leader killed the doctor in one fell swoop and threatened to kill all of you. If anyone else made a mistake like this, aren't your sister and brother a little free now? So okay, let's get out of here as soon as possible. But then my sister says, look, we only have one chance. What if I just killed that little boy? I wouldn't be harmed in any way. I will not become such a cruel monster. Because if we kill the thing that bit us, we won't have any problems. So they say, what's this sister going to do next? Find that little boy and kill him somehow. They slowly start cleaning up the place, and they see the arrogant man. What is he doing? That hairy man must be there, so he must have been the one who gave it to her. So he leaves that protective fortress and goes outside to watch him. In this way, the older sister also searched for the little boy and finally found him in a certain place. Wherever he was, he felt like he was standing in front of his mother's tomb. Seeing this, his sister thought she might have killed him, but she can't kill. Something is stopping me. At that time, the gatekeeper also saw this. He immediately suits up. But somehow, just by chance, the little boy escapes. At the same time, our hunter was on that side. He came to this girl's room, and I had many visions. That seemed like something dangerous to you. I'm telling you that I came here to protect you. I just found out now. Seems like this hunter has his eye on the golden girl at the same time. The little boy outside ran away. He's this arrogant drunkard who drinks. Because Cho said that, the leader also asked him to come to that place. The chief also looks after his son. Even so, he has no other choice. Now I have to kill that little boy. So when he saw his son in action, the little boy ran away from him and stood near the well. This guy is wearing a suit with a cheeky expression, so he falls into the well. My sister is also very emotional after seeing this, but I don't know why. They feel that way. Anyway, okay, all problems are over. The little boy died. If they both say, come on, let's go now, then what are they doing? The port's tail will look like a small stream. Both of them are escaping through that road. If they come out like that, that hairy man will be outside, right? He'll be here too. So when he saw them, he sent them out of that port like this. I don't know where I'm going now, but somewhere around here is where that hunter's crow will be. Let's go there, okay? Saying that, he gathers the two girls and starts going to Hunter's cave. But when they go like that, the beast is there, and it seems to be following them. All three of them are terrified and become paralyzed. This girl is very scared because the whole world is busy. I went looking for my sister so that nothing would happen to her, but that hairdresser was the one who found her dead. Look this. Sister is on the other side. This is how I killed him. I killed him, so that curse will come and never go away. I don't know what to do. I'm starting to feel so terrible. They also looked into whether the cave was there at that time or not. So, as I was about to walk inside, I saw that magical lady. At the same time, in a short time, our Kandar Patton will also arrive at that place. It seems like this guy also knows this magic lady. It would have been obvious when this little girl left that portal and went outside. So when he comes here and asks what the outcome of this is, what does that grandmother say? Only you can see. The outcome of this, you say that mix some powder with everything, prepare it like medicine, and give it to them to drink. If they had seen it too, this girl would have drunk everything, and it would have seemed like a vision to her. That girl, that Snow, was she there or not? She was in that area, and if you look closely, you'll see a knife next to her. Not only that, but the tent was there, and the magical lady was murdered, with her throat slit next to it. So seeing all this, I went straight to the port, where I was afraid. Then, some beast came to the door of that port and got caught in the trap that had been set there. But only when you look closely can you see that it's not a beast, it's like her older sister. Not only that, but this hunter also takes an axe, and attacks to kill his sister. In that case, the hunter attacked her sister because she said she was a sister. It seems like Cho killed her sister with her own hands. If you look at the picture, you'll be amazed. These are all visions she knows. But the problem is, the magical lady has been beheaded and murdered, just like she saw in her dream. I will see my sister too. If you come in and buy a pack right away, that hunter will be ready to come to the next one. So come to him and tell him, if my sister killed this magical lady, what are you doing now? When he asks, there's no other way, I'll hunt down your sister. But what happened in my dream was that I was protecting you. I feel like giving my life for that, so I don't know what she's doing now. They're going to that port next. As soon as he got to the port, what did this hunter do? He handed over his daughter to that arrogant guy who was there. Because that's when that sister comes, and she puts on her bra and pushes me away. It's like a night. This little girl is staying here. Not only that, but our hunter is also waiting outside for everything. But the priest will not come to that place. So I looked at that girl and said, look here. Now you just do as I tell you. I will protect you from here. But besides that, you have to be my partner. You should have said that. When Ivan arrived, there was a lot of tension. He started scolding me, saying, oh, you're just a human being, aren't you? He said, what are you doing looking at me like this? He dragged his sister outside, threw her out, and called her a witch. He took out a stick to cast evil on her. But when our hunter shoots an arrow at the right time, the arrow scratches his hand. What's happening on this side at this time? My sister came outside to that gate, so seeing all this, I went straight to the port where I was afraid. Then some beast came to the door of that port and got caught in the trap that had been set there. But only when you look closely can you see that it's not a beast, it's like her older sister. Not only that, but this hunter also takes an axe and attacks to kill his sister. In that case, the hunter attacked her sister because she said she was a sister. It seems like Cho killed her sister with her own hands. If you look at the picture, you'll be amazed, Partha. These are all visions she knows. But the problem is, the magical lady has been beheaded and murdered, just like she saw in her dream. I will see my sister too. If you come in and buy a pack right away, that hunter will be ready to come to the next one. So come to him and tell him, if my sister killed this magical lady, what are you doing now? When he asks, there's no other way, I'll hunt down your sister. But what happened in my dream was that I was protecting you. I feel like giving my life for that, so I don't know what she's doing now. They're going to that port next. As soon as he got to the port, what did this hunter do? He handed over his daughter to that arrogant guy who was there. Because that's when that sister comes and she puts on her bra and pushes me away. It's like a night. This little girl is staying here. Not only that, but our hunter is also waiting outside for everything. But the priest will not come to that place. So I looked at that girl and said, look here. Now you just do as I tell you. I will protect you from here. But besides that, you have to be my partner. You should have said that. When Ivan arrived, there was a lot of tension. He started scolding me, saying, oh, you're just a human being, aren't you? He said, what are you doing looking at me like this? He dragged his sister outside, threw her out, and called her a witch. He took out a stick to cast evil on her. But when our hunter shoots an arrow at the right time, the arrow scratches his hand. What's happening on this side at this time? My sister came outside to that gate, so as soon as my sister arrives, they open the door and leave her alone, because her plan is to let her go. As soon as she entered, this arrogant man grabbed her and started beating her terribly. Did you come looking for your sister? Now you're going to die, and she's going to die too, and she's going to attack you. At the same time, our leader is coming to this side, to where this priest is. So, look at that leader and put a curse on him. This is what the witch must have said. But whatever the leader is doing, that priest is leaving an evil mark on the top. But this girl didn't do anything. At the same time that James came and beat me up, didn't he? At that moment, that arrogant man unexpectedly cut his neck with a single blow. That means she now has full werewolf power. What do you do then? When you open the door, a huge beast starts coming in. Seeing this, everyone starts running. But they made the decision too late, because that beast is starting to kill everything. I've been attacking all the beasts with that arrow until the hunter is enoshed. What is this leader doing here, leaving everything to be done to tie up our sister's hand? And what is happening to this leader on the side? It's as if a beast has come and bit him in the middle. So if you look closely, you'll see that he's going to his room, leaving that girl free. He goes to the room, sets the whole place on fire, then sits down in a chair, thinks of his family, and dies. At the same time, I killed all the werewolves, no matter what that hunter was doing outside. If you see a werewolf there, attack him. I don't know what to do with our little sister here. My sister must have come this way. Is this the reason for all this? While looking at my sister in grief, our hunter is in a state of blood-curdling rage. Give me a knife and stab your sister with it. But no matter what this sister says, we should always be together. As soon as they heard that word, this girl turned around and attacked this hunter. That's why Hunter dies. So, they're outside. Now, that port is starting to burn. Not only that, but what does my sister do? To treat her like this, I will also become like her. To do so, he inflicted a wound on her hand and applied her sister's blood to it. So that's why they're always going to be one. But what kind of people are they? So they're ending this film. With that, so these kinds of movies are great to watch with the family at night. There won't be much of a story, but this werewolf movie from that era will be perfect when it comes out. If you liked it, don't forget to like it. Stay safe. Keep everything you love very, very safe. Goodbye.